Good morning. Happy Saturday. Oh dear, I didn't check I was looking camera ready, did I? Happy Saturday. I can't believe it was 3 weeks ago today that I did my first walking diary. I don't know where the last 3 weeks have gone. It feels like there has been a massive shift in the weather, especially so over the last week or so, which has just been phenomenal, and obviously the first week of March. And it's just been so amazing to try something new, to try and keep consistent where possible. And while I haven't uploaded videos every day, I have still recorded every day, albeit with a few sound difficulties here, there, and pretty much everywhere. And I'm hoping today's video is going to be a little bit better, because you might see that I have this new little microphone. Now, I tested it yesterday and it worked really well, and I'm hoping today will be the same. But I tested it outside yesterday and I didn't test it when I was walking. And obviously there is a big difference between speaking whilst you're walking and speaking whilst you are stood still and barely moving. So I am excited to see if it makes any difference, but I can't believe we're already at another weekend. And I'm just going to walk past the houses and then I will pick you back up. I don't know if you just saw that, but I've just seen 2 of my deer this morning, and I haven't seen them where they just were in maybe over a year. There is a little entrance to a disused site, and they can get to the site from where I am at the moment. They just have to walk through the woodland. But I haven't seen them behind the gate in ages, and the 2 of them were just cleaning themselves and then suddenly saw me and went, and I think I managed to get it on video. So if I did, you'll probably have just seen that before I've done this. And because I've seen them there, I'm guessing I won't be seeing them here in the field, which looks to be correct at the moment. I cannot see any deer in the field, but nice to have seen 2 deer just straight away into the walk. I've definitely been seeing them more often, and I've been really enjoying the amount of wildlife I'm now seeing because it is lighter. I spoke about the weather, obviously, when this just started, saying how it's been phenomenal over the last week, and as you can tell today, it's not as great as it has been. It's definitely been better, and I'd planned to spend yesterday afternoon at my allotment just getting some bits started, and it was pouring with rain literally all afternoon. So I did go down to the allotment, albeit I just filmed an allotment tour. So I'll post a link to that in the description if anyone is interested in seeing what my little allotment looks like. But yeah, apart from that, I just feel like there's so much going on at the moment. These daily walks are really keeping me grounded, and I have walked nearly 50 kilometres this week. The last few weeks I've been 50 or above, which I'm really pleased with, and that's kind of a weekly average I'd like to stick to, because if I'm doing 5 kilometres a day, then that's 35 kilometres a week, without a couple of extra walks here and there, or doing a little bit longer on some of the days. So I'm really happy with how much I've done so far this year. And one of the pieces that I haven't done is Chris, my husband, had this amazing idea to do a bingo card. So with all the goals that I've set myself across this year, to do a bingo card where I literally cross off on the bingo card every time that I get close to, say, a goal. So say my goal for the year, which is with walking, is to do 2,000 kilometers across the year. I would break that down into like little mini goals. So every time I reach 250, I could cross it off on my bingo card. And it's almost like that dopamine hit that you don't know you realise you need to stay on track, but actually you very much do. So it's all fun and games. So I think I might actually make my bingo card this weekend. No deer in that field either. And can you believe that? A car just drove past me, which you should have seen because I was holding the phone with my other hand, and I didn't flinch and I just carried on walking and talking. It's honestly so weird doing this in public, and one of the reasons I did like doing it on my walks was that no one saw me, and every time someone did see me I'd like put the phone down. But yeah, it's all fun and games. Are there any deer down there? No. So where I'm going past here, this is the other entrance to where those deer were a moment ago. So this is probably why I haven't been seeing them a lot, if they've been residing in there, and I can't bloody blame them, because there is so much land for them to go in and run around in there that I'd kind of be a bit disappointed if they weren't making the most of it. I'm so lucky to live somewhere that is surrounded by just so much countryside. Exhibit A. It is honestly such a blessing, and we are so lucky that within a 10-minute walk, this is what is on our doorstep. But I'm gonna put this down a minute because my arm is really hurting. And we did such a workout yesterday, arms-wise. So I'll pick you up again in the field. We're gonna listen to this back to see if the sound quality is any better. Wow, I really need to wash my hair today. And also this spot on my face. I don't know, oh, and I lost a nail yesterday. Now, my nails are acrylics with gel varnish on top. So they should under no circumstances come off. Like, mine are really overgrown, and that's how I'd expect them to stay. This one, don't know how that happened, but it's clearly telling me I need to go and get my nails done, which, yeah, is all fun and games. But I will love and leave you and speak to you in a sec. I think I have finally cracked the sound issues, and honestly, I could not be happier. I was getting so frustrated because sometimes, especially, and I think this will be the test as I walk across here, but I feel I was able to tell sometimes how the sound was going to be because I could feel the wind. Other times, I would talk and not even realise that there was a huge gust in the background. And it is foggy again today. The other day you couldn't even see that tree from this path. And yeah, it's just all fun and games. I keep seeing one deer, and it's a deer by itself. Or it might, well, I'm pretty sure it's the same deer because it's been a male deer both times. Fun fact, if you didn't know, male deer are the ones with the antlers. Oh my gosh, why couldn't I think of that? They're the ones with the antlers, and female deers do not have those. They just have the nice smooth flat heads. So the deer that I've seen has been a deer with its little baby antlers, which is quite funny. They walk from up here, can you see it? There. This path here, oh no. Trying to get your brain to correlate and do the opposite to what you're actually doing is a skill in itself. Not cut out to be a weather lady in the reporting sense of the world. Sense of the world? Yeah, no? Sense of the word? I'm not really sure. But yeah, so there's loads of cut throughs that are on this side, my right. So as I walk down, so there's another one here. There. And sometimes I just see this little head popping through, like looking at me. And some of these deer, they just like to, they just stand still and freeze as if you can't see them. And I have found it quite funny because there was one the other week where I must have been like 2 meters from it and it just didn't know what to do. So I just carried on walking and it then sprinted in the other direction. The one thing I am interested to check, because I don't know that I noticed it a minute ago, is if you can still hear all the birds with this microphone on. Because that's one of my favourite things, or was one of my favourite things with the previous videos. There's another one there. Is the fact that you could hear all the gorgeous sounds from all the birds. The thing that isn't gorgeous is the road noise, nor the state that my hair is looking in today. The sun has definitely lightened my hair, and I only had my hair, so I was trying to grow my hair out naturally for our wedding, and I got balayage done, and I don't know why I got it done. Like, it looked great at the time, but I feel like I just had one of those impulsive decisions about 2 years ago after not having balayage for, I think, like 3 or 4 years before that. And I just didn't want the blonde bits for the wedding because my hair just looked rubbish. So I had it dyed and I had an all over colour, and my hairdresser did a phenomenal job. Like, I couldn't have been happier with the colour that she did me. It was so close to my natural colour, but it was obviously a little bit darker, and there are no deer here today. It was obviously a little bit darker, and as colour does over time, colour fades, and it's these bits here where I had a money piece done, so I had it from blonde, like just in a streak, and that's where it's grown out to, which is great, but I don't really want to cut those bits, if that makes sense, because I actually have really enjoyed having longer bits by the side of my face. I could cut them, but then I'm just gonna get irritated, and that is the last thing I need to be worrying about in the morning, is the fact that I can't tuck my hair behind my ears when I go for a walk, because most of the time, although I have it down, I do really quite like tucking it. But I'm gonna leave you for today. I feel like I've rambled on forever about some really odd stuff, but it's been nice to have a chat and a catch up and to see a couple of my deer, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Happy Saturday. So the deer are just there. So they are trapped in. Look at all 3 of them. Oh, I'm sorry, babies. I can't get you out. Off they go. 1, 2, 3.